Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Jane and today I'm gonna react to some comments about Goths. So these comments aren't actually comments that I got on my channel or anything. These are comments on just random people's videos that I found that I thought were really interesting because there's some interesting takes on Goth and the Goth subculture in these comments that I just want to show you what they say. So I will blur out all the names so the comments are kind of anonymous, but I want to react to what the people are saying about Goths. The thing with being goth is eventually you have to grow out of it. You aren't going to be goth at 48 years old. By definition, it's just a weird phase. So that is definitely an interesting take on goth. Because according to this person, it's only a weird phase and you will grow out of it. But I think this is not true at all what this person is saying. I think being goth is not a phase at all. It can be for some people, definitely. I mean, I've known some people who were goth for like a few months and then they kind of gave up on it. So the thing about being goth is it's often seen as like some edgy teenager kind of phase, like you want to dress black and you want to dress rebellious and you want to listen to rock and metal and goth music to kind of act as an edgy teenager. But that's totally not what goth is. Goth is a music-based subculture that is more about the music, the literature, the fashion, and the subculture is also about freedom, expressing yourself, showing people who you are, being different from the norm. So to further explain why I think what this person is saying is not true, firstly, I have met a lot of goths who are 48 or above. There have actually been some people who commented on my YouTube videos who are above that age and who say they are still goth, which I think is really cool, by the way. I just love that those people even look at my videos. I'm like a baby bat compared to them, even though I've been goth for about 10 years. But I just think it's really interesting to see that there are in fact a lot of people who are still goth, even though they're just a lot older than an edgy teenager, you know? And I myself do actually plan to stay a goth forever. Like, it's not like being goth means that you have to dress like this for the rest of your life. Being goth at 48 can also mean that you occasionally dress like this, or that you're just interested in the subculture, or you just still listen to the music a lot. People who are 48 have a job, they can't dress like this all the time, but they can still be goth. They can still listen to the music. They can still read the literature. They can still be interested in being goth. It's not like you stop being goth the moment you get a job or anything like that. That's just not how it works. People who are old, not that 48 is old by the way, like not at all, but people who are older than teenagers or like older than me, they can totally still be goth, and I can totally see myself be a goth when I'm like a grandma. It's 100% possible. I have seen goths in real life that are 40 and above. Like, I've seen a grandmother who is goth. Like, she had the same makeup as me. Like, it's not like everyone grows out of it. Yeah, goth is a music-based subculture. Shut up. That's mostly emo. You can't dress up in pink and say you're a goth just because you listen to a couple songs. You can. You absolutely can. You can dress pink and be goth. Have you ever heard of pastel goths? That is a way to dress as a goth in pastel colors, so pink, purple. You can dress up in pink. Even if you're not a pastel goth, you can still dress up in pink and be a goth. If you listen to a couple songs, I guess they mean goth songs, you are goth. If you like a couple of goth songs, you can call yourself goth because you like the goth music, so you are a goth. That is the definition of goth. I think that's more than enough. You don't have to know every band, every song, every singer just to be goth. Like, I don't even know every goth band. I would like to know about a lot more of them, but it's not like I have time or want to do the effort to find every band that exists of the goth culture. You can listen to whatever you like. If it's goth, well yeah, then you can call yourself that. So this comment was on a video that was about how guys always say that they want a goth girlfriend. I want a goth girl. Then they proceed to describe a cliché e-girl, which I think is really true, because this does happen a lot. Now, I have nothing against e-girls. I don't actually know what they stand for, what an e-girl really is. Like, I just know that they kind of look like ones with the eyeliner and they are on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Like, I actually don't even know what the definition of an e-girl is, really. Also, I pronounce the word e-girl as eagle. Eagle. I'm sorry, you understand what I mean when I say ego. But yeah, I've talked about this thing a lot, about guys who want a goth girlfriend and they often don't really know what they're asking for. Just to give an example, if you look up goth on Instagram, You will see all these girls who look really pretty, who have some eyeliner on, but who aren't goth. They do not listen to the music, they do not even really look like a goth, but they just wear eyeliner and some black clothing or some chokers or whatever, and guys think that they are goth for that. And guys even think that that is what a goth is supposed to look like. But when guys say I want a goth girlfriend, they often mean the really pretty girls who are online who have some eyeliner on. But that just isn't what a goth girl is really like, because these guys, if they meet a trad goth, they're often repulsed by them. They are often like, ew, you look weird, or you are weird. Or if they learn about what our music sounds like or the things we are interested in, they judge us for it. And then I'm like, boy, you asked for a goth girlfriend. This is what a goth girlfriend is. We are interested in goth music, we're interested in skulls, we're interested in some weird stuff, often, not always. And we aren't just some girls who do some TikTok dances with some eyeliner online. That is not what a goth girl is. But if you say you want a goth girlfriend, maybe you need to first look into what a goth person really is before you ask that, because the e-girls that you see online are not goth. And yeah, it's kind of hurtful to us that people call them goths, or that people say that goths are that. It's just weird, and people really need to learn what they are talking about when they ask for a goth girlfriend. So to give some context, this comment was under a video of a girl who was dressed goth and who looked really pretty. So just for the context, this person says, how come I can't ever find these girls outside of the internet? Which in my opinion is kind of a sad thing to comment, I guess, because apparently they don't ever see girls or something. But yeah, I think the reason why he never sees these girls outside of the internet is because the girl in the video is wearing goth makeup. She is dressed up as a goth, she has a really complicated outfit, and as I said, she just looks really beautiful. So I don't actually think that this person has never seen a girl who is beautiful in real life, I guess. So I guess he means, why can't I ever find goth girls outside of the internet? And I have a really good explanation for that. And it is that goths don't actually look goth all the time. And most goths do not walk around like this or like the girl in that video all the time. If I go shopping in a supermarket, when I go to school, when I go to work, I do not dress up goth. I do not wear any makeup. I do not do my hair in a certain way. I just do nothing special. And most goths don't, because why would you do the effort for that every day? Most goths don't feel like that. And I think most goths actually dress up like this and look like this when they want to record videos for the internet, like me, or when they go to a concert or a festival or an event, or if they go out with friends. But it's not an everyday thing. So the reason why he's never met a girl like this outside of the internet is because we don't dress up like this a lot outside of the internet, except for maybe some events, but I guess this person never goes to that kind of events. To see people like that. Or maybe there aren't just a lot of goths in his area, you know. That's also a possibility. But I think it's really unrealistic to think that goths will just be like that in real life all the time, because most people just don't look like that in their everyday life. So you aren't gonna meet people who look like that in your everyday life. So if you want to meet someone like that, go to a goth club, go to a concert or something. To the concerts I go to, a lot of people dress up like that. So maybe you can meet someone like that there. But yeah, on the internet there's just more people who look like that because people do their makeup for the internet to look good on the internet. I've always had that insecurity of not feeling or looking goth enough when I don't go all out with my look, trying to get out of that right now. So this person is explaining that this person is really insecure about how they look because they do not feel like they look goth enough, which is something a lot of goths can probably relate to. I definitely can. I am not really insecure about it anymore, but I really used to be, especially when I started being a goth. When you are dressed up in a really casual way for work or school or whatever you need to go to, you can often feel insecure because you feel like you are not expressing yourself or you do not look goth enough. But the thing you need to realize is that goth is not about fashion at all. Like, a part is, but it's not the most important part, definitely not. And goth is about what is inside you. So you feel like a goth, you are a goth, you think like a goth, you like gothic music. You just need to realize that The goth part is inside you, and it does not necessarily need to be on the outside and visible for everyone. You do not need to be insecure about that. And if people ever say something to you like, you do not look goth enough, so you are not a goth, ignore them, because only you can decide if you're a goth. It is something inside you, and you only need to dress goth if you like that, and if you can do that. You do not have to. And if you cannot do that because you need to go to work, then so be it. You can dress up goth another time, and it doesn't really matter for anyone else. It's not like someone in the train is gonna look at you and think, oh, you look so basic, because I mean 99% of people do. So it doesn't really matter. And yeah, if someone judges you for how you look, you do not need to care about that. Goth is about self-expression. You do not need to impress other people. You do not need to look a certain way just to look goth enough or cool enough for other people. You need to do it for yourself, because you want to express yourself and because you want to look the way you want to look. So yeah, I understand the insecurity, but it is not something you need to worry about at all. Most people don't care about how you look, and the people who do are not worth it. If you don't care enough to actually learn about the bands and individuals of the music you're listening to, then you don't get to say that you're involved in that music subculture. This is also a really interesting one, because it can be kind of controversial. Now, I do not agree with this comment at all. I do not think you need to know the name of every band and the name of every band member and what they are doing, where their house is, what their age is, what their favorite color is. You don't actually need to know that in order to be able to say that you're involved in that music subculture. And I understand what this person is saying. They are just kind of trying to explain that listening to just a song doesn't mean that you're really involved in that music at that point. But what this person is saying is just so crazy. How can you know about every band and about every individual from that band? Personally for me, my playlist of goth music contains hundreds of different bands and artists. So am I supposed to know the names of every member from those bands? Am I supposed to name every album? Am I supposed to know everything that band does, what they do, what they stand for? I don't think so. I never really understood that people keep saying that you need to know names of the bands that you listen to and you need to know everything about that. I'm a really big fan of certain goth bands and certain metal bands, but I don't think I can even name one band member by their name. I'm just not interested in that stuff. I listen to the music because I enjoy the music. I like how it sounds like, I like what they are saying with the music, I like the lyrics, I like the message. That is enough for me. I do not need to know everything about the person who made that music. I do not care about that, to be really honest. And I do not think that the people who make that music also want you to know everything about them. At least I wouldn't want everyone to know everything about me. I do not want everyone to know my name and where I live and what my favorite color is. Why would you need to know that in order to be involved in the subculture? It's not like you need to memorize all the names and all the bands and albums just so if someone says, oh, you're goth, name 3 bands and their names so you can name them. There's probably some people who think otherwise about that, but I just don't think you need to really care about any band. If you want to be a fan of a band or you want to be involved in a subculture, you can just listen to the music, enjoy the music, love the music, you can learn the lyrics, whatever, but you don't need to know everything about the artist. According to Google, the definition of goth is a person who wears mostly black clothing, uses dark dramatic makeup, and often has dyed black hair. Well, apparently I don't even look like a goth then, because I do not have dyed black hair. This definition, I don't know if it's actually a thing you can find on Google, because if I Google what is a goth, it just gives me it's a music-based subculture. But apparently this person found this definition on Google. It can be true. I mean, a lot of goths do look like that, but not every goth does, and it's not you need to look like that in order to be goth, or that is the definition of being goth. As I said before, being goth is listening to the music or being interested in the whole subculture, but it's not like you can always just spot goths just by seeing them. It's not like you can see someone with makeup like me and you see, oh, that's a goth, because most people don't walk around like this every day. I mean, A lot of goths that I know don't even wear black all the time. Actually, most goths I know don't, because, well, you don't need to. And why would you change the whole way you look? Why would you have to dye your hair and have to wear a certain color just to look goth? Like, not necessary. A gothic person doesn't necessarily have black clothing, black hair, or black makeup. So those were all the comments that I wanted to react to right now. I might do another video of this if you guys like this or find this interesting. This was just everything that I found right now. I just came across it like accidentally and screenshotted it because I think it's interesting and I wanted to talk about it. But I can definitely find some more comments about this because there's just a lot of people who have misconceptions or who think really interesting things about goths. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing, leave a like and a comment on my video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!